Willard Libby was born on a Colorado farm in 1908. As a child, he was called Glasses Potato by classmates due to myopia. At 8, picking up an ancient fossil, he stared at it and asked his father, "How does a stone know its age?" Becoming fascinated by time for the first time. At 15, dropping out of school due to poverty, he pushed carts in a mine, secretly reading chemistry books amid coal dust. At 18, entering the University of California on a scholarship, he blew up a distiller in lab class. His professor shouted angrily, "You're fit for blowing up bunkers." At 25, researching radioactivity during his PhD, his funding applications were rejected 17 times. He had to make counters from used toothpaste tubes in the basement. At 30, discovering that cosmic rays produce carbon-14, he excitedly wrote to his mentor only to receive a reply, "Nonsense, it can't even measure bread mold." At 33, with World War II breaking out, he joined the Manhattan Project, refusing to build bombs and switching to researching uranium isotope separation. At 37, returning to the university after the war, he used surplus Geiger counters to measure the age of charcoal, successfully dating an ancient Egyptian mummy to 5,000 years ago. At 40, publishing the paper on radiocarbon dating, it was cited only twice. He mocked himself, "It seems I can only use it to celebrate mummies' birthdays." At 45, failing to date the Shroud of Turin, the church accused him of blaspheming faith. At 48, improving accelerator technology, he increased dating accuracy to 50 years, shocking the archaeological world. At 50, awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, he stared at the trophy during his acceptance speech. At 55, discovering that atmospheric carbon-14 surged due to nuclear tests, he warned, "Humanity is engraving a clock on Earth." At 60, rejecting military funding, he said, "Science should measure history, not create doomsday." At 62, suffering a heart attack, he refused radiation therapy, smiling, "It should be left for younger samples." At 63, his last words, "Don't date my bones, I want to leave cleanly." Libby used carbon-14 to open a 50,000-year time gate for humanity, yet exited silently under the nuclear shadow.